and you make sure that you pull at the other end. Okay, now we have our pulling line, what I would call my pulling line in the middle. Okay, so now you just proceed and try to pull all the shrinkage so that the shrink is the same thing everywhere. See, like that. Now it's already beginning to take shape.
And this is Japanese tissue.
This is Japanese tissue.
Esaki?
Esaki, Japanese tissue. And you see that I put the grain lengthwise. Now there's this new trend that you should put the grain in the crosswise, because you won't have the starving dog effect. Well, that's all nice, but when you have a plane this big, you know, you can fit the plane in just one sheet, and that's good enough for me. So now we're nearly there. We just pull all the little shrinks there. We put some water so it's gonna shrink a lot, and then you take a knife over here. When you have a space like that, you just cut it with a sharp knife. Doesn't need to be a very neat cut there, because you just want to pull on those little piece of paper there, and glue them on your nice surface that you had applied glue before. Alright, so that's it. Now we should be glued there. This is all gonna disappear if we're lucky. If we're not lucky, it's gonna stay there, and we're just going to reapply a small piece of paper on top, you know. It's that, or you follow Gillot's plan, and it calls for about 27 pieces of paper everywhere.
More like 40 something.
Yeah. See, now I have some dope over here. I put my sheet there. It doesn't glue on the dope, but where I applied my glue, it's already stuck. So what you can do, you know, you take this, it's called water, put some on your finger like that, and you come back, because I want to pull a bit more on this thing over here. So I'm gonna reapply some water, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to pry it a bit more, just like that, so that I don't have this shrink effect. Alright, now it's nice and flat.
It means wrinkles.
The wrinkles effect, yeah. Okay, now it's nice and flat on this side. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other piece there. Now it's beginning to dry a bit. Fix it. You can fix it like this, or you go like that, and then you can catch. But gotta be a bit lucky. I'm getting old, so my eyes are not what they were, so I do it like that. Okay, now we're nearly ready here. Just pull a bit. Just pull a bit on it. It's coming, it's coming. It's gonna come this way. Oh, there's a little tear there. We're gonna repair it later. Okay, I was going a bit fast there. Usually you have to take your time. It should take you about 15 minutes to cover a side of the airplane, max. Okay, I've got this bulge over here because it's a P-51, as you might have noticed. Not my favorite plane. Some would say that, but still worth a try, you know. Some of them flew pretty well in the Second World War. So, anyway, no, very nice plane. So a friend of mine built it. Okay, and here we go. We're pretty much done. You just have to check for a little shrinkle like that, and then you come back with water. If you still have shrink, okay. Now we're pretty much done. I'm just gonna cut this little piece here, so that I can pull my paper correctly around this shape. There's a wing coming there, so I want to have it glued at the... Anyway, you just cut it where you need, and you pull on it until there's no more shrink. Okay, now it's good. Now you get the heat gun, or the air dryer, or things like that. Okay, and you just...
Was that for me?
Yes, and you can just give a good look. I prefer the hair dryer because it blows more with some crispiness in it, you know. This is, yeah, doesn't blow strong enough. And now you can see that it dries very fast. Yeah. No more shrinkage. And you can see wrinkles. And you can see that it's shrinking over here, but the glue is still wet. But we don't care too much about that, and we can dope it when the paper's dry. Most of the paper's dry, you can dope it right away and finish by cutting the extra paper around. And that's about it. It has to be dry. The paper has to be dry, like right there. So don't wait all night. You get the blower out and you just blow it. So now it's pretty much dry on the edge, because we want the edge to be dry, because we're gonna cut this, yeah, as close as we can from where we stick the glue. So you take about any knife.
Give it a sharp knife.
Oh yeah, sharpish knife. Now you take a sharp knife, and then you just pull it where you need to be cut there, as close to the line as possible. Now we're gonna do a pre-cut there. Like this. Okay. You're gonna do a pre-cut, remove most of it. All right, and then you could put a little water if you want to cut it closer to the edge, because now we can see that it overlaps over there. So that was a little bit too much glue. Never had that problem before. Too much glue is, and then you can cut it right like that. Like that, it's good. When you're going to apply the dope on top of this, you will lose the joint. Nearly. Or close enough. Depends on your type of construction.
Or the amount of weathering.
The amount of weathering you put. And anyway, this plane is probably going to finish like somewhere in some other person's field, very, very far away. Or in pieces, and you're gonna fix it like about 100 times. So, well, make it nice, you know, but don't go crazy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just pulling on it softly there with the dexterity, and then you cut it as close as you can without going crazy. That's it. I'm just following the thingy there. All right. And now you can cut it closer if you want. It leaves you a little mind. If I would have taken my time and pull a little bit more on it, it would have been nicer. But then I would have lost a little bit of life. Yeah. Got kids and a wife and everything. So when I make plane, you know, I want to see them fly at one point. So that's it. So basically that's it. You just go around like that, trying to cut it as much as you can, and then you dope it as soon as you can. Now what you have to do, you have to apply some dope on the joint there, and the joint at the back, and the joint should lose itself inside some of those stringers. Well, now that's about it. Now we're pretty much done now, and enjoy your flight.
So how many pieces?
And there's 2 pieces.